So we just got the box, but we've got some trouble now.
Uh-oh. It looks like you've got company.
We've got company.
Watch out, Snake. That's the Tengu Advanced Defense Patrol Operations Lightning Espionage Unit.
That's a mouthful.
Most people just call them the Tadpoles. The Tadpoles are a highly specialized PNC group, notorious for their lightning-quick reflexes and unparalleled dexterity.
Funny, they look just like little girls to me.
Well, they are little girls. Ballerinas, to be precise. Ever been to a children's ballet recital, Snake?
Not that I can remember.
I have. I've been in them. They're not.
These kids would give you an unforgettable performance of the Nutcracker.
Talented.
So you'd better not let them get too close.
They can kick,
the Tadpoles wear special Tad Pro stealth suits made from a synthetic semi-liquid material called
this
Tad
feels
polyester.
familiar.
That must
but
be
I
what
can't
gives them
quite
their
place
slimy
it.
appearance.
The Tad polyester acts
Is this
as a
Metal Gear
lubricating
Solid
agent,
5?
eliminating almost
No, this is
all
Metal Gear
friction
Solid
between
6.
the joints. This allows for total fluidity
This is what
and motion.
happens between Metal
Lubrication
Gear
also
Solid
prevents
4
anyone from getting a firm
and...
grip on its surface.
So no CQC.
and Portable
Afraid
Ops.
not.
What about distractions?
Like a ballet dance,
The missing link of the Metal Gear series.
By a central
Yeah.
controlling entity called the Level Designer.
This is the
These
prequel to
instructions are
Metal
then
Gear Ghost
communicated to
Babel.
each individual tadpole by a nanomachine.
Correct.
Because of the
Now, this
complexity
comes
and intricacy of
between
these
Metal Gear
instructions,
Ghost Babel
to
and
miss
Metal
a
Gear
mark could
Acid
spell
2.
disaster for the rest of the team.
Okay.
That's why tadpoles are injected with a blocker enzyme that
So where
prevents
does
them
Snake's
from
Revenge
straying
fit
from the
into
Level
this?
Designer's plan. So
Snake's
distractions
Revenge
are out
takes
of the
place
question.
right after Metal Gear Solid
I'd say your
Mobile.
best bet is to sneak out of there
Okay.
using your
I
cardboard
think I've got
box.
it.
Try to anticipate the tadpole's movements and avoid being caught in their path. With a little luck, you should be able to find a hole in their patrol path and sneak your way out. Good luck.
I'm still impressed with these voices.
Yeah, so here we have the problem of we can't distract them.
Yeah.
Your best bet is to sneak around in your cardboard box. Try to hide in corners away from the guard's patrol. Only move when it's absolutely safe to do so. If in doubt, check the radar.
So here we can't distract anyone, so we have to hide in the box, but the problem is the box drains our health.
Wait, why?
Because it's a sealed box. We're basically choking to death.
You can't, like, poke a hole in it or anything?
No. We don't have any weapons that can do that. And snakes are not... And any snake would not be very big on defiling a box.
That is true, but there are other boxes with holes. I see them right there.
Yeah. Just use an unsealed box.
They're in use, so we can't do anything with
Oh,
them.
there's people in those ones.
Your best bet is to sneak around in your cardboard box. Try to hide in corners away from the
Thank you,
guard's patrol.
Otacon.
Yeah, this is very
Only
helpful.
move when it's absolutely safe to do so. If in doubt, check the radar.
So anyway, now that we're out, maybe we can go back inside and get the drop on them.
Give them some toast.
Use the toast of Christmas.
Or... not.
Where'd the tadpoles go?
Oh, I don't know, Snake. Maybe they're hiding inside of those boxes.
I'd never fall for my own trick.
I don't think
Boxes.
someone remembers
I don't
Metal Gear
trust
2.
it. Each of those little boxes could be a tadpole unit. Snake, get
Didn't
out
we
of
hide in
there!
boxes
You
in
could be
Metal
in
Gear
real
2?
danger!
Otacon,
box.
get a grip.
No sound, no one's here. I think it'd be best to check, just to make sure.
Clearly, this is Otacon. Or not Otacon, Ocelot's fault.
Everything's Ocelot's fault.
Is Ocelot in this game? He better be.
Well, he did open up a buffet.
Oh, right, that is true. That's what he did after Metal Gear Solid 4. He crawled off the tanker and...
But today's a holiday, so he probably just was at home.
That's fair. Watching his soaps.
His old tapes with Big Boss.
Fangirling over everything, he said.
He probably has a Big Boss action figure.
Can you blame him? I would buy a Big Boss action figure.
He has a Big Boss Daikamakura.
On one side is Big Boss, on the other is a revolver.
Oh no.
Otacon, there's a sleeping kid in here with a note taped to his back.
What's it say?
Now I have a polar gun. Ho, ho, ho.
Huh.
Looks like this elevator's no good either.
I don't think this kid will be joining us for the rest of our, excursion.
Put a deer mask on him! Oh, you didn't put a deer mask on him.
I need that deer mask.
Oh, I got the toast covers up the radar jam because it's
Yeah,
toast.
toast.
That's funny.
Snake, looks like the box might be useful here.
I wonder if Kojima has seen this game.
Snake, I have to tell you how to play the game.
Well, look, man. Otacon has to do something to make himself feel useful.
There wasn't a box here a moment ago. That's okay.
Well, they're kids.
What, they don't have
There's
object
an elevator
permanence?
to the first floor
No,
just
not
east of
really.
here. Keep
Just
on
take
heading
something
down
away
that
from the
path.
child and then ask them to do something else, they'll forget about it.
That's only like infants, I think.
Otacon and his sexy stubble.
Well, it's just really just sort of Christmas Eve. He hasn't shaved yet. I mean, it's really just normal for Otacon to be like that.
Yeah. He's not big on the personal hygiene, I imagine.
I mean, he's probably still got that plane. I mean, if you had a plane, wouldn't you live in it?
That is true. That plane was pretty amazing. Had a kitchen in it and everything.
I mean, yeah, you have to deal with Sunny, but it's a small price.
Hey, Sunny's not that bad.
It was good in Rising.
You
She was
found
good
the
in
cardboard
Rising.
box
For
A.
like the 3
Who knew
seconds
that
she
the
showed
E
up.
stood for air hole?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense at all, Snake. And anyways, you could breathe just fine.
I
in
really kind of
cardboard
wish
box
that there
B
had been
too.
an
Yeah,
original version
because
of
the E
Rising
stands
where
for
we'd have
breathing
Raiden
hole.
flipping around with a baby
Snake,
tied to him.
That cardboard box has air holes.
No, Rising
So you'll be able to
to
sneak around
totally
in it without
star
having to
Sunny.
take it off to breathe.
It's just a business simulator.
You have to budget for cyborg attacks.
Yep, and that's all it is. Oh, but it's also a pachinko machine because Konami. It's a budget pachinko Metal Gear.
But the controls and gameplay are exactly the same as Rising. But it's a business simulator.
So if that was tactical espionage action, if Metal Gear was, then I suppose that would be like budgeting operations action or budgeting operations pachinko.
Tactical budgeting. The pachinko, it's actually a completely factual representation of Konami's accounting team. If we don't know where all the balls go, neither do you.
Well, Kojima's founded his own company now, as pretty much everyone expected him to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was either that or just, like, have to deal with Konami again, and no one wants that.
Or retire.
I'm not sure a man like him could do that.
Yeah.
I wonder if Konami's gonna attempt making another Metal Gear game or if they're just gonna get out of video games entirely.
They've pulled
I've
themselves
left
off of
you a
international
little
stock markets
gift
and
around
stuff, so they're
that.
probably out of the game.
Why'd you have to leave it in
Outside
such
of, like, their big
metallic
sellers, which is,
floor
like,
area?
What's wrong?
Soccer
I
games
thought you
and
might
stuff.
appreciate a little help.
Yeah.
You can
Well, they might
find
get back
something
into it
to
if
help
they can
you get
figure out how
past that
in-app
metal
purchases
floor.
work.
If you go back to the roof of Outer Saven.
What?
Just
All the way
spend
back
$1 and turn off
Why didn't you
alerts.
tell me before?
I'm a little helper.
Well, they
not
did
a
add
big
costumes to Metal Gear Solid 5 after the fact. Whoa, editing!
I mean, it's difficult enough to get back, so...
Otacon, I've gotta go fast.
Here's the, Holid boot.
But I am excited to see what Kojima does next. Now that he's, like, unrestricted completely.
His next game will be called Quiet Veil.
It'll just be basically a porn with, like, a really convoluted plot.
No, it'll be like a parody of dating sims where literally everyone betrays you at the end.
So a dating sim. Maybe I'm just not playing the right ones.
Are there right dating sims to play?
But honestly, that sounds more like something Christine Love would make than Hideo Kojima.
Well, the thing is actually that all the girls are made out of nanomachines.
Sounds like my life, am I right?
You live a very strange life.
You get used to it after a while.
I mean, I'm made of nanomachines.
Nanomachine, son?
Nanomachines.
You found the Holid-eye.
Holid-eye?
It's a special eyepiece
Okay.
that's powered by memories of Christmases past.
This is really
Snake,
just all of Snake's
can you
old
remember
gear,
your
but
fondest Christmas
Otacon
memories?
accidentally
Not
dropped it
really.
in the shopping
All
mall.
of my Christmases have been
Good.
terrible. Last year, all I got was coal. Before that, I accidentally assassinated Saint Nick.
Oh, that's right. With St. Nick out of the picture, the Christmas season quickly grew out of favor. Christmas spending stopped almost entirely, which put the global economy in a bit
I'm
of a
pretty
bind.
sure half of
That's when
China
two
would just shut
scientists
down if
published
there were
their
no
work on
stupid
holistic
Christmas ornaments to
delusion,
make.
or holiday.
Well, I mean, if
A way of
Christmas
following
shopping
the
shut
mind
down,
into
that
seeing
would
an
be
idealized
intense.
version of the past
That's like
by
80% of
filtering
most
out the sad
places'
blues and
budgets,
sickly
something like
greens of
that.
the visual field,
80%
but
of sales is
compensating
the
with an
holiday
amplified
season?
red component.
Yeah.
Rose-tinted glasses.
At least in
huh?
the United
Exactly.
States.
The Holid-eye
I can't
is a
believe Hideo
consumer
Kojima
product
actually
using the
wrote this
Holid-eye
game.
technology.
Great, but how's this gonna help with the mission?
Well, Snake, the Holid-eye is powered by Christmas memories, and the compensating effect is much stronger on people with particularly sad Christmas experiences. Seeing as you're single-handedly responsible for ending Christmas cheer all around the world, I'm guessing your Christmas memories are
Yes, I know, Otacon, please stop
unspeakably
bringing it up.
haunting, soul-crushing even.
Well, when you put it that way.
In that case, the Holid-eye should
Otacon's a
overcompensate
friend.
by amplifying not only red light,
He at least
but
speaks the
infrared
truth.
light
He knows
as well.
lying to Snake
So
is
I'll be
never
able
good.
to see an infrared.
Let's
That's
be
right.
honest, Otacon and Snake are more
Why
than
didn't you just say
friends.
so in the first place?
And now, since we're doing nothing else, we'll just edit in some of the game overs that you get if you get discovered.
Eh? Nande.
Mommy, does that exist? No! Santa Claus!
I can't even hear them.
Mommy, why aren't there any presents under the tree? Santa Claus? Santa Claus!
Everybody watching this, turn up your volume so you can hear the game overs. Is it up now? Good. Ah! We'll fix that in post.
Stop doing Kojima tricks. I don't need to know that you're also a snatcher.
What are you doing with the stocking again?
Is that what this is? This was supposed to help me get past metal floors, but it's all ruined because of the eye holes I made to wear it over my head.
Wait, you wore the stocking over your head?
Well, yeah. I mean, I figured I was supposed to wear it like a balaclava.
All you've got now is a pretty holy sock.
Yeah, but this was supposed to help me walk over metal floors without making any noise. Surely we could work backwards and figure out how we'd do such a thing.
I get it. Like 6 degrees of separation.
Right, so this is a holy sock.
What are some other holy things you know?
Foxholes.
This is like
air
peering
holes.
into Big
Wormholes,
Boss's mind. This is how his
Oh,
belief
this is
power
no
works.
good. Take a look at your other items. Maybe there's a running theme.
Could you
going on.
imagine if
Well,
if they had
a lot of
figured
my
out how
items
Big
are
Boss's
Christmassy.
ridiculous
Great.
reality bending powers
So,
worked
what are some Christmas
back in
things
the
that are
Virtuous
holy?
Mission?
Well, there's that song. How's it go?
I never
Something about
finished
a
Metal
holy
Gear
night.
Solid
That's
3.
it, Snake. Silent night, holy night. Holy sock, silent sock.
Progress from eating glowing mushrooms for batteries.
As long as you have the holy sock equipped, you'll be able to walk over metal floors without making any noise. Also,
Heal
the extra
faster
traction
when
should
you
let
have
you walk on
bandages
ice
over
without
yourself.
slipping around.
He's just a mass of bandages that cannot be injured. But here's our Holid-eye, which is basically just the thermal goggles.
It doesn't seem that useful, really.
It works independent of our radar, so basically it lets us skip a lot of stuff to deal with that. So, one way of doing it is that bit with all the fake plastic mannequins. That
Oh,
would
yeah,
let us
yeah.
walk right through that.
That makes sense.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But yeah, no, the Holy Sock also lets us walk sort of normally on.
The song is pretty jazzy when it's sped up.
Yeah. But the sock lets us basically skip over regular ice without slipping around. Strategy.
Video games. I assume there was a boss fight in there.
There was, but we won.
Good.
Yay, backtrack.
It's very warm and homey here.
Are you backtracking to get a sniper rifle?
Well, I wanted to see if I really could find the tadpoles, but nope, they're gone. Even faster than I could have hoped.
So what's the plot of this game?
We are trying to save Christmas from the ghosts of Christmas past.
One of which was, like, the descendant of Python from Portable Hops.
Frosty Frost, thank you.
I thought Snake destroyed Christmas.
He did, but now people are trying to resurrect it.
Okay.
Guarding an elevator that
Can't
doesn't
believe
work.
you beat up a child.
Yeah, well, he was standing there. What were you supposed to do?
Ah,
Snake,
you got the P
you
gun.
found the polar gun. The polar gun is an experimental weapon developed by the U.S. government. It was originally intended for use by the Polar Berets, a top-secret special ops group that carried out missions
What
in the
exactly do you
Antarctic.
do in the
It
Antarctic?
fires a small syringe filled with
cold.
a powerful polarizing serum that gives its target incredible polar bear powers.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
The initial test showed remarkable results. In fact, the US government was so pleased with its findings that it deployed the polar gun for use in its ill-fated Operation
Polar
Intrude
bears.
N90.
Oh, I
Operation
see.
Intrude N90. Never heard of it.
Well, of course you haven't. Operation Intrude N90 was the government's first attempt to infiltrate Santa's workshop in the North Pole. They were after his naughty and nice list, as it contained invaluable information about everyone in the world.
I mean, I guess that makes
Information that could
sense.
help profile suspected terrorists.
This
The
makes a
polar
lot of
berets
sense
were
in
to
fitting with
parachute
what I
onto
know
the
about
North
Western
Pole
governments.
And immediately inject themselves with
It's
the polar
really
gun
it's
in
very
order to
Kojima.
survive
We
out
live
in
in
the
Metal
harsh
Gear
climate.
Solid.
I
There
mean,
was
really,
just
if Santa was a
one
real
problem.
person
What was
with
that?
a real naughty
It
and
was
niceness,
winter.
that would be
Of
pretty
course it's
valuable.
winter. When else would they be able to
What do you
find
mean,
Santa
if?
Claus?
Snake,
I mean, when?
do you have any idea what polar bears do during the winter?
They hibernate, don't they?
Exactly. Each and every one of the polar berets followed their orders. and
That would have
injected
been a
themselves with
depressing
the serum.
game over
Within
screen.
seconds, each and every one of them fell into a deep
Snake
sleep.
started the
mission was a
intrusion
resounding
mission and
failure.
immediately fell asleep.
So what you're saying is that I could use this polarizing serum as a tranquilizer.
Yeah. Aim the polar gun by holding down the control button. When you let go of control, you'll fire a syringe in the direction you're facing. The polar gun can only be used 6 times, but you can reload it by touching floating ammo boxes. Just don't ask me where those ammo boxes suddenly came from, or how they're floating.
Otacon, you need to get a
There's
little
probably
closer
a
to the
great deal
webcam.
of
You're
science
kind of
behind it.
echoey.
And I'm guessing something to do with nanomachines.
Yeah,
There you
that
go.
sounds about right.
So we finally have a ranged weapon now. Knock out
Hooray!
children from great distances.
Thank God.
Unfortunately, they don't actually turn into polar bears, or at the very least, we don't stick around long enough to see it.
There's no furries in this game.
Well, I mean, they're just kids. Wait. If this is sized for adults, I feel like I'm giving these children overdoses.
Probably. They're all probably gonna die. I mean, they're gonna die of starvation anyway.
Just come home and now little Timmy is the size of a bear.
Oh, so it's like Paul Bunyan's disease.
Yeah. But polar bears.
Polar bears, onions disease. Leave me alone. Somebody else finish this joke.
Polar bunion.
Thank you. I knew I could count on you.
I think these children will make fine genome soldiers when they grow up. They've already got everything down. I mean, we'll have to work on their weakness to CQC, but I think we got something going on here.
So, what happens to these kids in Revengeance?
Well, none of them are Mexican, so probably nothing.
That's true. They don't have their brains extracted or anything.
The DNA of the soul.
Well, I suppose they could be elves. You know, you gotta make a replacement somehow.
They're probably part of Sunny's, like, child slave labor program. To build
make
all of her jets and...
spaceships.
Yep.
Just literally send children into space.
I mean, she's a kid, so she only employs kids.
They'll have polar bear powers.
Why are some of them yellow and some of them blue on the HUD?
If they're yellow, that means they've sort of noticed us, but they haven't made it definite.
Ah, okay.
It's like caution versus alert.
What was that?
Don't mind me, just a box.
So now that you have the cardboard box with air holes, is there no longer any purpose to use the sealed box?
This elevator's busted too. Oh, I'm all out of ideas, Snake.
I'm sure I'll think of something. Maybe I'll upgrade it and give it wheels or something.
You're useless, Otacon. You're fired.
Once and for all. I mean, your robot was cool and all, but you sold it to buy anime figurines and ooh, missiles.
Snake, looks like
Finally,
you
I
found
can
the
get rid of
Nikita
these kids
missile
for
launcher.
good.
The Nikita fires a missile that can be controlled via remote control.
Don't you find it a bit weird that there would be a missile launcher just lying around in the middle of a shopping mall the night before
Well, Liquid
Christmas?
Snake came by
yeah.
and decided
Got
to
a
do some
point. Tell
shopping.
you what, let's call it a mistletoe launcher.
Brother!
Mistletoe launcher.
Yeah, it's just like the Nikita, but it fires... let's see. Let's say it fires a missile with a pair of lips on it. A kissel.
Otacon, you can't just...
That's right. Smooching a kid with the kissel will overwhelm them. With
That is
love.
the dumbest thing
Aim the
I've
mistletoe
ever
launcher
heard.
Same.
By holding down the control button. When you let go of control, you'll fire a kissel, which you can
I
then
know
control
that
with your
Snake's
arrow
powers
keys.
are pretty grand,
Kissels,
but I don't think they
mistletoe
extend
launcher?
this far.
This is ridiculous. Why should I believe a single thing you've said?
Otacon, I'm gonna
because
give
if
you a
don't,
punch in the kissel.
You'll end up blowing up a lot of
All right.
And
I
now,
believe
just
you.
like that,
One last
Snake
thing.
managed to make
The
a
mistletoe
missile
launcher can only hold
completely
one kissel
harmless.
at a time. So once you fire it, you'll have to find more kissels around the mall.
With that mistletoe launcher, you should be able to destroy
I like
the
that he
electrical
also knows to
switchboard.
call it the mistletoe launcher,
It's
you know,
in
to
that
keep the
room
charades
that
going.
with
Yeah, I'm glad.
By destroying an electrical switchboard, you deactivate all the electrical
It's a missile launcher, but
floors
it's
in that
harmless, so
area.
when the kids return home,
You
they'll be
should
in
head
pieces,
back
but totally
up to the
fine.
20th floor.
Yeah.
From there,
Each
you can
individual
access an
piece will be
elevator that'll take
health-
you
the
down
pinnacle
to
of
the
health.
10th floor.
What's on the 10th floor?
An elevator
full
you
of
can take
love.
all the way down to the first floor.
Oh.
This is definitely a love letter to Metal Gear. All the convoluted uses of random stuff and yeah.
That guy's literally just freaking whatever.
What's it called? What was he called in the first game? The Mr. Zero or whatever?
Major Tom?
No, in the first game, in Metal Gear Solid 1.
Oh, Campbell?
No, I'm thinking of the one that I was thinking of the one that Liquid Snake was
Deep Throat?
Deep Throat. That's right, Deep Throat.
I don't want to deep throat a Kissel, okay?
that it's like a combination of Deep Throat and the guy that Liquid Snake
Master Miller.
impersonates, Master Miller.
Master Deep
So
Throat.
it's got the same voice as Liquid Snake. So
He does have the same voice as Liquid Snake.
This will be difficult. But I think I have a way out of it.
Is it beating
by beating up children.
Well, you know, I figured out how to finally weaponize the cardboard box.
Mm-hmm.
But no, our ammo boxes both refill our polar gun and...
And your kissels.
Yeah, but we only get one, so it's not really as useful as it should be.
You only get one kissel at a time.
Yeah. I mean, there's not that many pockets on this thing. We need the room.
Well, that's something, I guess.
Next time, an electrical switchboard.